just remind me about a little bit about yourself and like that the shoulder pain you were experiencing at the beginning because I know you'd had that labral surgery and that was like really limiting you.
Yeah, so I had surgery on the AC joint, and then I tore my labrum, and I had stem cells for the labrum, and it healed. And then I must have tore it again a little bit because I got the nerve pain all the way down, the tingling all the way down to my wrists and everything. So I think initially when I started the program, I had that going on where my hand kind of goes numb, it tingles, and then I went through a couple different situations. I started the therapy and it started to go away, especially because I sit at the desk a lot at work. And so I just get this pain like in my shoulder and I couldn't ever get away from it because I always had to have my arms up on the keyboard. And then I went home to my mom's and I lifted this old wooden garage door that didn't have any spring or anything like that. And then I tweaked. That's when I had that space in there where I'm like, I need a break because
Yeah, you took a break
I
there.
felt like I did something to it, and then I had, like, that sensation again, like, the nerve going all the way down to the wrist, my hand was going numb again, and then I think I let off for, like, a week, and then started the exercises again and everything like that, and presently, I don't have any pain or anything like that, no nerve sensation or tingling down my.
Yeah, I was gonna say you had a whole lot of nerve sensation, a lot of like numbness and tingling that would kick in like with movement. I think based on your weekly check-ins, I think it was like around July, like end of June, July 4th, you felt like the numbness and tingling really started to kind of go away.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, so this is probably the first time in the last 25 years that I mean, it feels like a shoulder again, like I don't feel my left shoulder, and that's the way it's supposed to be. And that's the way it's starting to feel on my right. Like I don't notice it. Before it used to just kind of hang to the side and it was just so weak and everything like that. And now it's seems to be a little bit more upright but also I don't notice it. And I thought the fact that I don't notice it anymore after 25 years after the injury, like that's a huge thing as well.
Yeah, and I guess like when we were first starting, I know you'd been around the shoulder and you'd done a lot of things. You did the stem cells. What ultimately kind of made you want to choose us as your like virtual shoulder specialist?
It was probably like I'm on Instagram a lot, so so I got served who knows how many different ads from you guys, but just kept scrolling through, started looking at some of the exercises, saw that it was different than the typical therapy that I went through before, and because the typical therapy just, I mean, it was the common stuff that it just wasn't working. It was strengthening the muscles, but it wasn't fixing like the stabilizing muscles and stuff around my scapula and everything like that. So then I think the nerve pain and stuff like that, lifting it just really diminished my results. So some of the exercises, especially like the wall glides and stuff like that, stretching was probably the biggest thing. Some of the smallest exercises that you had lined up, they were easy, but like if I wanted to go extend my range of motion a little bit extra, the stretch was pretty intense, especially starting that out. But you could see real quickly just by stretching it out, like you got a lot of range of motion just from that. So that's what I really liked.
Yeah, and a big component with you is really addressing the like the neck with the nerves and like kind of that like restriction even down to the arm. That was kind of a big like puzzle piece that I don't know if you'd had a lot of attention put on that before.
Right. Yeah. No, it's yeah, a lot of the exercises I'm like, "Oh, what's this gonna do?" And then I went into the exercise and then the stretch was like I'd start sweating and like it was pretty intense, but I wanted to make sure that I got a good extra range of motion to really kind of build on those gains and it worked out. So, yeah, I was pretty impressed.
Awesome. And like what would you say like the biggest way that this progress has impacted your daily life and favorite activities?
Well, see, that's the thing. I don't so much notice my shoulder anymore. So so that while the gains were huge, that was like for me, that was one of the biggest things because it was like I was always just lugging around my shoulder because it would just hang at my side. And then there was so much, I guess, space in the joint. I wanted to say slop, but that's not a good term, but it was just
Right, right.
messy, clunky, and now it feels like my shoulders are kind of tightening back up into the joint, and yeah, I mean, that's why I said, like, I don't notice it, and for me, that's worth everything because you're not supposed to notice these body parts; they're just supposed to have them, right?
And like the structure of the program being kind of like, 15, 20 minutes, 7 days a week. How did that kind of structure work with kind of your lifestyle and schedule and everything?
That was actually really helpful because like I'm pretty busy. I travel quite a bit, so it's hard. Yeah, it's only 10, 15 minutes. Some of it extended, if I took a break between sets, up to 30 minutes, but that was towards the end. But with the busy schedule and everything like that, humans are good at excuses why they can't get it done. And it was such a small, compact uh, I guess, exercise set that, I shamed myself into doing it every day. So I just focused on being consistent and everything like that. So it fit into the schedule real nicely. So I had no excuse not to do it. So when I didn't do it, I felt really bad, and I went back and did the exercises.
Okay, good. Cool, man. But just last thing here is like, what would you maybe say to someone who's hesitant about doing an online shoulder program versus, like something in person?
I mean, gosh, I was pretty hesitant myself, to be honest with you. But at the same time, I'm the type of guy that understands, if you're trying certain things and they're not working, you got to continue to try different things until you find something that works out. So, um, I wish I would have found this 20 years ago, but yeah, for the most part now, I could even throw a ball, and that was a real challenge before because I'd get a major pinching situation in my shoulder, and I couldn't even throw a baseball around with my son or a football or anything like that.
How important is that to you? That's awesome.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's these little daily type situations where you got a bad shoulder and stuff like that. It kind of takes you out of the equation. So, but yeah, I feel like I'm back in the mix on that.